What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back with another daily trade review. We are finishing the week up green on this first week of May. Nice solid green trade on the SPY again this morning, and we were one and done. Took that one trade, we got in the money, and we did not want to give back any of those profits, so we went on, shut it down, just hung out in Relentless Traders chat room, and we're going to get this review out of the way because I don't see myself taking another trade today. So let's go ahead, let's get the thumbnail watch list pulled up. We'll take a look at what we were watching today. Again, today was another thin watch list. We didn't have many ideas on the watch list. We had SQQQ on the list. We had SOX on the list. Both of those were on there to go higher. And then we had Facebook and we had NET for ours to go lower. We had SIDU on the watch list for a stock play, which we did take, and it was a nice green trade for our regular account. And then of course we had the markets on here, and we did take a trade on just the SPY, and that was it. I did want to take a trade on SOX. I did want to take a trade on that. Found a nice pattern that I wanted to get in right off the open as it broke that area right there. Let's blow this one up real quick. Right here. I had this nice engulfing candle that came all the way up, cleared the previous day's high. Wanted to get in right there, but this thing only had like 200 open interest. So it only had 200 contracts out there to buy. Had a wide spread, so didn't take that trade. A few minutes later, we did find the trade on the SPY. So let's go ahead, let's get Tradervue pulled up, look at the details real quick. Reviewing trades, or this trade from Friday, May 6th. Again, we took one trade, closed P&L 104. So nice solid trade. Let's take a peek at the details real quick. This is what I used to find where I entered and where I got out of the trades at. So we got in this one at 943 and 49. Bought two contracts, $216 a contract. A little less than 5 minutes later, we were out of those two contracts for $268. That gave us our 104 profit. I was unrealized on this one for about 150, at which point I brought my stop up to 100, and we just left it sitting there hoping that it would pull back and keep going. Pull back, tagged us out on the stop, and we were done. Not mad at it, not mad at it at all. So let's go ahead, let's bring up the charts. And if you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. Please do so. It does not cost you a thing. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. Like I say, we redo these reviews daily. And I do these more so for myself. I'm going to be honest. But I'm not selfish. I do it more so for myself so that I can kind of check my progress. So let's go ahead, let's get this one reviewed, and then I'll kind of tell you what I mean by checking my progress. But this first one, we got in 943 and 49. Let's find that on the chart. 943 and 49. We'll drop that arrow right there. Blow this one up just a little bit. That might have been a little too much. There we go. All right. So we see that the SPY open, tried to make a little rally above VWAP, and sellers came in, had no parts of it. Ended up pushing it below previous day's low. It came down, had a little pullback right up to this area. It was the yesterday's low as well as the VWAP, and I wanted to be a part of the trade if it pushed back down and broke below this point right here. Wanted to get below that one and this point. I didn't want it to just break this one and somewhat do what it did, but broke below it, triggered me in, and stop. It's gonna be up here, back at previous day's low, and this made a nice move down. And we got out of this one at 9:48 and 13 seconds. Let's see where we're at. So that's on this green candle right here. And like I said, once this made the move down, and once we got to about 100, 115, I was like, okay, I got two options. I could take and get out of the trade at 100, or I could chase this one with my stop. So once it got to 150, I brought my stop up to 100. And then, like I said, we're hoping that it continues down. But if not, we'll go ahead and secure what we wanted out of the trade. And that's what happened. It came back, stopped us out, made 104 on the trade. Not a bad trade at all. And again, that's my daily goal for this account. Wanted to increase my risk, but the way that this market is right now, I don't want no parts of that. I'm going to go ahead and just continue solidly trying to make this daily goal. But the other thing that I was saying when we were just over in Tradervue was trying to be a more mature trader. And that's why I do these reviews. I wanted to take a trade over here. Once this came back up, we had a higher low right here. We had this higher high. We can call that the higher high. Call that the higher low. I wanted to take a trade right here going back high. But I also said that I don't want to take any trades unless they are going low below this red line, or if I'm going high above the green line. Simply put, I want it to be the gapping below or gapping above in the mornings. And if it doesn't gap, I need it to at least come down, test it, and then go lower. Don't really want to try to be trading inside candles. So that's just me growing as a trader, trying to refine my trading strategy. And there will be times that I will buck that and I will take the trade if I see big areas where it can run. If I see big areas where it can run. This one here I had marked on the chart right there. And as you can see, this thing has just been trading in that channel, just kind of going back up, coming back down, going back up. We see it's testing. This is a key area. I'm not sure if y'all put this on y'all's charts, but for me, I'm finding that previous days low, previous days high are key areas. And you see just how many times that this thing has tested it. And then I'm sure on yesterday's candle, there is a range right there inside of that candle where that was a price action area. And that's why it's trading right there. So we see that it had been trading there, bouncing off of it. And then if we come over here, we see that it's finally above it. And now it's using it as support. It had been using it as resistance up until this point right here where it broke it. And now it's using it as support. But this is still just range trading. It's still range trading. So I wouldn't want any parts of this stock. And pretty much everything that's on the watch list was trading the same way. I'm glancing over here at Facebook. Facebook is doing the same exact thing. Look at that. It's just range trading. And look what it's doing. It's coming right back to yesterday's low. And it's just tapping it For people that's trying to play it and putting their stops right there, it's just coming down peekaboo and stopping you out. So if you said, okay, I'm gonna get in right here, I'm gonna put my stop right there, it's just coming in and peekabooing on you. Or if you were getting in when this broke back above, it's just not worth it. Came down, that one peekabooed on you. So all of these are dropping tails, but they're coming right back to that area. So, and then we see it just up and down. So trying to be a more mature trader and not get caught up in those types of trades. I want to see a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and maybe get in on that third one to be going in a good direction, but not this right here. This is ugly. There's strategies out there that you could trade this. I don't know that strategy. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll be back at it again next Monday. I'm sure I'll be getting some study in this weekend. May try to get a video out showing my new setup. Made a couple of changes, added a couple of different tools to it. One being the daily or previous days highs and lows that I added to the charts. And like I said, that pops up on all of my charts now in the mornings. It instantly does it. It was a study that I set up. And like I said, this is the SQQQ. Again, you see just how important that previous day's high is when you're trying to go higher. It's just testing it. So you want to see it go higher, come back, and then set a new high. Right here, it did it. It came up, pulled back. This was the trade I wanted to take, but just was too spready. This made a dollar move. Look at that. That was at 50.72. It set a high of 51.79. I would have got my dollar out of that I like to get out of these trades. And that's why I look for stocks that have an ATR of at least 3. At least 3, so that I know that I can get my move out of it. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, and we'll be back at it next Monday. Peace.